I just had a thought, so I'm gonna go with it, see what happens. I'm thinking about paradise, Garden of Eden. God made Adam. That's Adam. This is God's protection. God hold. I want you to get something. God's position never changes. This is where He is. This is where He was. This is where He will always be. Man left that. And we're God's children. We're made in His image. This hurt Him. So He washed everything away through the flood. He was starting over. But there was still this barrier between God and man. When He made the covenant with Abraham, and He made the law, it was all working from one side to the other. You know, if you want to think about it, I don't know where to draw it. Moses was like right there, saving our skins. But he too uh, he struck the rock when he was supposed to talk to it. See, mankind didn't understand this principle, didn't understand this barrier. So the law came in so that it would show us this barrier. And Paul says, so that the law might be known as utterly sinful. Gonna have to look it up. I'm just going off of my thoughts on this one. God was trying to get mankind to understand that there's a barrier. But since we chose to be on this side, this is where He is, this is where He was, and this is where He'll always be. So, his son made a way. But if you think about real quick, backing up just a little bit, when God was with the Israelites in the wilderness, he was a cloud by day, he was a fire by night. It was a symbolism of protection. There was this harm all around them, but God wouldn't let any of it touch them. God was always telling them, do not be afraid. It was as if he was putting a protection around man. But they kept getting out of it. And then they jump back in it, and they jump back out of it. They jump in it, they jump back out of it. They kept doing this over and over and over again. Well, it came time, as Paul says, at just the right time. I have to excuse my terrible drawing. I like the word harm because I think oftentimes we don't think of sin as harmful. But that's a really long neck there, buddy. Instead of there being that line in the sand like there was before, he's now able to be within us. So things like, and you can see this change in the New Testament. The Old Testament was, there were separates. There was God was here, get inside the camera, and man was here. There was this clear barrier between them. Okay? But the disciples on the day of Pentecost, you can tell there was a difference. The Holy Spirit was within them. And Paul is like our best example. We have the most that I know of written about him. And I'm trying to think of that verse. He says, in whatever state I am, I have learned to be content. And it's because nobody can touch that. No man can take that away from you. It doesn't matter. Anything on this outside that happens to you, it can't touch you. I hear people say, where is God? You know, if he did signs and miracles and wonders in those Old Testament times, why aren't they here in today's time? Well, it's different. Back in that day, God was outside. He affected the outside to show his power. But in today's time, because of Jesus, because of the Holy Spirit, his power should be shown on the inside. Greater is he who is within me than he that is in the world. And that's where I'm going to end it.